Hello YouTube. My name is Stacy. I'm known here as flightyrambler, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel today. Today I am continuing with the Index Card a Day challenge. This is hosted by Yellow Daisy Art. She is Tammy Garcia, and she's been the host of this challenge for the past 12 years. This is the first year I'm participating, and I'm really having a good time with it, although the daily challenge is quite a challenge. Tammy has an Instagram and a web page. I'll have those links in the description box below. And for myself today, it is day 39. 39 days of index cards, and I'm loving that I'm learning something with each card. For today's project, I'll begin by gluing 3 index cards together, and then I'm reaching for that pencil to do some scribble journaling and mark making. After I'm done dumping my thoughts onto that card, I'm going to reach for the gesso and a couple of napkins. I'm looking for texture napkins, and I have 2 of them. There will be this grayscale dot one as well as this gorgeous pattern. I'm going to use gesso to glue my background napkin down just to mute the black and give myself a bit of ground. These 2 napkins are available in my Etsy shop. It's a new shop, just opened a couple of days ago, and I hope you'll go and check that out. And I'm going to layer up these 2 patterns just to give myself some interest in the background. Once I've got the collage completed, I'll go ahead and dry it off with my heat tool, and then I'll trim away the excess. And I love using gesso for the binder as the glue for situations like this because it's a twofer. I get the ground of the gesso and I get my collage glued down. Once I have that background dry and trimmed away, it's time to reach for some of that drywall tape. It has these fine squares, I guess, and I'm gonna snip off a few lengths of it, and then I'll go ahead and arrange it on my background. Once it is down, I definitely need to make sure that it stays down, so I'll put a layer of matte gel medium on top. And then I'll give it a good dry because the next step is adding color. I'm going to reach for acrylic inks for today's project. I'll use FW's fluorescent yellow and fluorescent pink. And these were the first acrylic inks that I've ever purchased. They're looking a bit dodgy and a bit scudgy, but I don't mind. The color and the pigment is still bright and beautiful. I'm going to use these jars up. And I'll go ahead and start with the fluorescent yellow. I'll add drops of it to the background, move it around with water and my paintbrush, and then I'll get it dry with my heat tool. And as I'm working, I'll make sure to add some marks of yellow on the other half that the pink is going to be on, so I can create a gorgeous orange. Once the yellow is dry, I'll do the same technique for the pink, and I'm loving how the colors are blending. It's really nice. Now that I have all the ink on my card, I'm going to reach for my archival ink pad in black and go ahead and ink up the borders. And of course, I'm going to scuff the ink pad itself over the top of my project to pick up all that yummy texture that I created earlier. And then it's time for splats, 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 splats. I'll go ahead and add white and then more black splats because why not? It needs a bit more contrast popping in the middle of the card there. And I really like how the splats pull this project together. I feel it adds a bit more continuity, and I'm really enjoying how they are splatted everywhere. I have this little dish of the extra embroidery threads from other projects. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the pink and the black, but I'll need to reach into my embroidery bin for the yellow and white. And after I've chosen colors, I will pull the strands apart. I don't want 6 strands on this particular project, so the extra will go in my little dish and the other ones will go on my card. I'm auditioning this little cluster in a bunch of different orientations, and that's the one I like the best. So I start arranging my threads. I'm using that cute bunny dish that I picked up in a recent haul video, and I'm using it to store my extra little bits of lace. And I'm auditioning these 2 colors, and it turns out I like the white the best. And I'll use my Dymo to create my sentiment today, and the word is switch. Yeah, just switch it up a little. And then I will use my Aleene's tacky glue to glue down my cluster. I'll start with the threads and then add the lace. And then I'll go ahead and trim the extra black away from the end and the beginning of my sentiment, and then go ahead and glue that down with more Aleene's tacky glue. And then the random little bits that I trimmed off, I'll add to my card in the top left-hand corner. And I like how it pulls everything together. I like that I can still see my scribble journaling and those background napkin pieces. Like I said, both those napkins are available in my Etsy shop, and there's a link to my shop listed in the description box below. And that's it for my project today. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, please give me that thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can see what I'm getting up to next. And until my next video, bye-bye.